Welcome back to my channel. Kat Sarah over here. Lovely to see you back here. First things first, please remember to click subscribe down below. With that, let's just get right into it. So this video is about solo travel, the downs, the ups, I mean the in-betweens, the gray parts. Yeah, so let's get into it. I've mentioned some of these points in my guided tour travel versus group with your relatives and friends versus solo travel video. So you may hear some points that you heard on that side, but on this video I basically go in depth. I mention way more points, literally my entire experience of solo travel. All right, so let's start with leaving home, right? No, actually, let's start with planning this trip, right? So basically you decide, I want to go wherever, I'm doing this, I have no one to go with, I don't want, or perhaps you just don't want to go with anyone, you want to be alone, take a break from everyone, or nobody's budging, or people have let you down. So many reasons why we end up traveling alone, or maybe, yeah, basically you had these people you counted on and you were like, okay, we're gonna take this trip, they never pulled through. Now you've decided, okay, I'm gonna go because I want to go, I'm gonna do it. Okay, so that's the part where you decide to take the solo trip, right? It could be decision, could be circumstance, could be people dropping you, who knows, right? Okay, so now you've decided you want to go wherever, you're doing it on your own. Now you're obviously faced with you have, I'd say, three main decisions of how you're going to plan your trip, what kind of trip you're going to take, right? Are you going to take the guided group tour packages, because that's obviously simpler. It's actually, I'd say it feels like the more safe option because you have someone taking care of you. It's a professional company. Well, hopefully you know that they're not going to steal you, you know, nothing's going to happen. You with these people, the accommodation is a place that's probably reputable, because you know this company, this reputable tour company uses this accommodation, the transport, you know, everything. I'd say that's probably the safest option, really. Second option is to use your travel agent. So do your own thing, plan your own, okay, I'd like to do this and this and this, stay in a hotel, and then they can help you out with that. Is it safer? I mean, I'm sure that if you use what they recommend, the hotels that they recommend, sure, I hope they have checked that these are safe places to live in, airlines are safe, they won't drop you at the last minute, you know. The most riskiest one is just planning everything on your own, sitting, Google, booking your accommodation, booking your flights, you know, activities, whatever. That's I think the riskiest one. But I mean, if you do your research, you should be fine. I mean, you can still book the hotel that the tour company would have put you in, you know what I'm saying? So there's ways to get around that, and that's my first tip, to either using travel agent or even booking on your own, going alone. You can check out tour companies, travel agencies, which hotels they recommend. Go to TripAdvisor, just go to Google and look for reviews for the types of things that you want to do, the activities you want to book, the accommodation, the airline. Do it, research. You'll feel so much better when you've seen other people's comments, they've reassured you that this is fine. That's my tip with regards to planning your own trip. Okay, cool. So now you've decided how you're going to plan it, either on your own, travel agent, a tour guided group. You book. Now it's time to go, right? So the plane, you'll be alone. If you're doing a guided tour, you still need to leave your country in most cases on your own. Get on that plane on your own. It's so scary, guys. I can't even, it's so scary to just pack your bags, get to the airport, you'll put on this brave face, tell everybody that, look, I'm taking this solo trip, it's gonna be amazing, I'm not scared of anything, I'm so excited. But you're scared. You'll be scared when you get on that plane, especially if it's a long flight. Just thinking, who am I gonna meet, you know, how's it gonna be, you know, how am I gonna do this? And I'm telling you, from my experience, when I landed, when I got on the plane, I tried to put on a brave face. I was at the airport, you know, on Google, whatever, entertaining myself. Got on the plane, listening out very attentively so that I don't miss my flight, because nobody else is helping me listen. Then I got on my flight. Cool. Personally, I'm fine with being on my own, so on the flights I'm good. Watch a movie, whatever, sleep, eat, which is mostly what I do. So I'm good with that. And then we off. But seriously, for my first experience, when I landed on my own, that was scary. I literally looked out and I was like, I'm on my own. On my own. I mean, the first place that I went to on my own was Vegas. You might say, who goes to Vegas alone? This girl did. And when I landed, it was a mixed emotion type of experience, because I looked out and I was like, oh my word, these big hotels, it looks amazing, it looks exciting, I'm so excited, I can't wait. And then I was like, what? I'm on my own. Who will I be with? Who's gonna take pictures of me? What am I gonna do? Who will I laugh with? Like, what is happening? Is this really happening? But quickly pulled myself together, got off the plane, got my bags. Now I need transport to get to my accommodation on my own. And like, perhaps it's because I'm from South Africa, and in South Africa you need to be alert. Like, you can't just be walking around like everything is okay. You need to be really alert of your surroundings. It's not like terrible, like you can't actually move around on your own. You can, but just be careful. And with travel anyway, be careful of scammers, you know, creepy people. So I was scared of that. Like, who do I ask for advice? I usually, tip for this, I'd say look for an info desk at the airport, or if you, sorry about that, or if you are taking a bus or a different mode of transport, just go to whoever works there. If you took a train to wherever you need to get to, look for the info desk there, or the ticketing office, just to ask a few questions. How do I get a cab? You know, how can I get transport, local transportation? They should be able to let you know. If you can't get a hold of that, sit down. Usually at airports and such places, you'll find that there's free Wi-Fi, because if you've gone overseas, you may not have the SIM for that place. If you want to, you can purchase the SIM. It's probably the easiest way. Purchase data, get a local SIM, so that even when you're planning your activities or you need to get hold of your tour guide or anything, you can call them. You know, there is WhatsApp and stuff like that. Or if you don't have a local SIM, you should definitely have WhatsApp and have everyone's numbers ready. But you need to be in a country where Wi-Fi is readily available, so just check that before you leave. And then okay, get hooked onto Wi-Fi or the data SIM, and just Google Rome to Rio. How do I get from this airport or train station to my accommodation, my hotel, my hostel, or this address for Airbnb? How do I get there? Then it'll tell you quietly. Just sit down, relax, and do that, and then you should be fine. So that's my tip. Then you get to your accommodation. I mean, if it's a hotel, that's great. You check in, you go to your room, great. If it's a hostel type situation, okay, you check in, whatever you need to do. If you're in a multiple bed dorm, I'd suggest you get a lock, to lock your suitcase to your bed. That's what I did. It made me feel comfortable that, oh, and it's a combination lock. You can have the key one, but just don't lose the key. That way I know that, okay, my luggage is like hooked onto my bed, nobody's gonna steal the bed, hopefully. So I'm safe with that, because you are sharing the room, people are coming, people are going, you need to protect your stuff, right? And then that's accommodation, and then there comes the topic of getting to your now activities, right? Again, Google, ask reception. They'll definitely be able to help you. They should be able to help you with how to get to wherever. They know the popular attractions, even the not so popular. Just ask them, how do I get to this place? What do you suggest? They should be able to tell you. But I'd suggest, if you're not on a guided tour type trip, I'd say you should research a lot, research transport, like, or maybe I'm a big planner, but just have an idea of how you're going to do things. If you're a nervous traveler, if you're fine, you're carefree, you'll see where it leads you, then great, you're good to go. But yeah, obviously if you're on the guided tour, you just meet your group and you're good to go there as well. And then, I mean, when you have free time, if you haven't made friends or you're not doing activities with people from that group, you're gonna fall into the solo trip person who had either the travel agency or they planned it themselves. You're gonna fall into that, and then you can follow those tips. Go to your activities, don't be late, change your time to match the local time, guys. I did this, I made this mistake. I booked a Vegas show. I forgot to change my time I came from Florida to Vegas, Orlando to Vegas, I think. And then I didn't change the times. Now the difference wasn't that, so like if it's night at the one place, it's not day at the other one, so you can get easily confused. And for summer, Vegas is hot, the sun sets late, you know what I'm saying? So I then missed most of the show because I was in bed thinking I have these hours to just get there still. Then I realized, oh no, luckily I was in a hostel, so my hostel mate, my roommate, was like, she wants to go wherever by this time. I'm like, oh, but it's like 4 o'clock, and they're like, no, it's 6. I was like, what? Ran out of there. But anyway, just remember to adjust your time. Oh, taking pictures. So my tips for taking pictures: obviously you can take a selfie, you can ask people, be brave, guys, just be brave, make friends as well at the hostel or hotel, wherever you are, at the subway station. Make friends. Really, people are not as mean as you think, right? Don't make friends with creeps though. Don't leave with people you don't know. But in terms of taking pictures, you can ask people. My trick was, I'd actually have a look around and be like, oh, this person looks like they're traveling alone, they probably need someone to take pictures of them, or someone taking selfies. Then I'll offer to take pictures of them and ask them to take of me. If they're fine with their selfies, chances are they'll just say, okay, cool, I'm good, but I can help you. Most people don't say no, so they'll help you with that. You can ask people to take pictures of you. You can take selfies, you can, like, with your hand, or you can use a selfie stick, or you can buy a tripod. So tripod is basically, I can't show you now because my phone is hooked onto it. Basically, a tripod is, you can basically take pictures of yourself from afar. So you make it stand over there, you move backwards, you time your phone to take pictures in 10 seconds, you move back, you pose, you've got your picture. Looks like someone else took it, because you know, you didn't have to hold it or hold a selfie stick, because sometimes that shows. Actually, maybe I should make a video about selfie stick techniques to make it not look like you're holding a selfie stick. So there's many options. Don't worry about your pictures, you'll be fine. Seriously, you have these 4 options. There's probably more. It'll be great. Local currency, have that ready. I'd advise that you have a substantial amount of cash with you in case your card doesn't work. Oh, and let your bank know that you'll be traveling overseas, because the last thing you want is to be overseas trying to withdraw money and they block your card and now you're screwed and you can barely change anything because you're overseas. You don't want that life. So just notify them. Have your banking app on your phone in case you need to move money around, or I don't know, change settings, change limits, you know, just have the app. Have your cash, have some cash. Don't put your cash in your suitcase when you go on the plane, you know, going to wherever you're going, because if your luggage gets lost, so has your cash. Would you look at that? So that's a tip. Ooh, the beach. The other challenge with being solo on a trip, you go to the beach, you just, you know, you want to enjoy the beach, you want to go into the water, you want to get into the sea. You have this bag, your beach bag, and what do? Do you leave it on the sand on its own and hope no one takes it? You could, but you probably won't be relaxed. So what I did for this was I bought these pouches, these waterproof pouches. Some hang around your neck, some hang around your waist. It's like a belt. Then you can put in there your valuables. So I'd suggest probably leave your passport in your suitcase or in your locker or in the safe wherever you're staying. I don't know if I trust safes that much. I just have this thing, but you can leave it there if you trust that. Your passport, so your travel documents, those documents, I suggest you leave them there. Have a copy of your passport, have a copy, and your visa, have that also on your emails. You don't want, in case you lose that, at least you have it somewhere. You have some evidence that you've had this document before. Oh, and then so you get those. You can put your phone in there because probably you want to take your phone or your camera. I think when you're on your own, perhaps just take your phone because it's usually smaller than a camera and it's multi-purpose. Put your phone in there, put your keys in there, or your room card. But your room card may be deactivated when you put it together with your phone. But I mean, when you get to your accommodation, you can just go to reception. They can put that back on. What else? So you just put your valuables in there, and then you can have a bag because you'll probably have a towel, change of clothes, whatever. That you can try leave on the sand, cover it up with your towel, just hide it in a way, or you can just quickly make friends or just chat. I'd say spot a family with tons of kids. You know, they'll probably not, you know, someone will probably sit there, you know, or people that you see that they're not about to run into the ocean at any time soon. So you can ask them to kindly look after your stuff. But you know that if they do walk away with your stuff, you have your essentials with you. Yeah. I'd say take medication. Any medication, like a headache tablet, you can probably get somewhere. If you have some sort of prescription meds, keep them with you. Keep them in your carry-on luggage. Again, if your luggage gets lost, you don't want your essential stuff to go away. You don't want that. Yeah, you have insurance, but you don't want to go through that. Perhaps even have a change of clothes in your hand luggage in case your luggage gets lost. I know I talk about this a lot, but it can happen. Yeah, just to be on the safe side so that you have clothes while you sort that out. But chances are that won't happen. I got relaxed with that. Eventually I was fine. I was like, I won't lose my luggage. Have an extra bag. If you can get a foldable bag, have that, because sometimes you tend to buy things. Have a bag that you can check in. It must be solid enough to be able to be checked in with your checked luggage, because you may buy souvenirs, you may buy things, and you know, you can't carry everything in your hand luggage. So just have that extra storage space. Or just pack lighter. Don't fill your suitcase if you don't have anything else, or you're not planning to buy another suitcase, because these things expand, and by the time you want to come home, you're not packing that great. Yeah, that's just general travel tips. But yeah, so yeah, I hope that helps. Be brave, don't be afraid. Nothing's gonna happen to you, trust me. Just, you know, be vigilant. Be ready to just make friends, you know, speak to people. It's gonna be great. Solo travel is really amazing, and when you come back, you feel so proud of yourself. You've done exactly what you wanted to do. Group travels are also great. You meet new people. similar to hostels that will also help you meet new people in new rooms. Yeah, it's always great to meet people. It's also great to just do your own thing, just, experience life on your own terms. So yeah, happy travel. And please, if nobody's willing to go with you, just do it. Trust me, I've done it. It's great. If you have no one, maybe no one can take leave when you can, or perhaps they don't have the money when you have it, just do it. Just go. I'd advise you, if you're doing solo travel, especially on your first time, to at least go to a country where English is the main language. Road signs are important. If road signs are in another language, that's going to be challenging. I went to Thailand. I didn't do that on my own. I did that with friends, but I realized that English is important for me, especially if I'm going to do it on my own for the first time, because barely anyone was speaking English. It's so hard to find someone that's speaking English. You just want to ask for directions, ask anything. The road signs, the billboards are in Thai. That was hectic. So just, or if you do go to such a place, have a translator on your phone. Some even, I think, can take pictures of like a road sign or whatever, and then translate that into English. So just have a look out for those types of things. Yeah, and it's gonna be great. Don't be scared. Just do it. Safe travels. Happy traveling. Bye. See you on my next video.